legs, and Brett Nelligan's team starting on the bars. They've had just one score so far. Victoria Gatzendorfer with a 9.75. Great to be alongside Olivia Karras. I'm Dean Linke, and great to just have Big Ten Women's Gymnastics back on the air.
It's the best time of year, Dean. Love having Big Ten Gymnastics on air as the second competitor for Brett Nelligan's Maryland Terrapin, Sarah Sayville, is chalking up. It looks like there was a bit of a judges conference, which many gymnastics fans are noticing. Tighter judging this season, becoming more strict with judging and review to ensure that we're providing the sport and the athletes with the best judging experience to make it more accessible.
Letting you know that, meanwhile, already on the ball, Keeneman with a 9.725, same score for McClellan, the first two, as Seville just the second. Brett Nelligan spends a lot of time with the athletes that are on the bars for Maryland. Such a positive person, Brett Nelligan.
And I love to see him giving a freshman experience in this lineup, a very upperclassman heavy lineup. It's nice to see some fresh blood get the opportunity to compete.
Seville, their career high 9.875 set last week. We talked about that great crowd from Maryland.
Nice first handstand. Leg separation both on the Maloney release and the Pack Salto. Aggressive half turn. Well done as she goes to the high bar. Beautiful handstand, showing perfect position and control. And the double layout with a step landing. You would never think that she's a freshman. That was outstanding. A really confident performance from Sarah.
Freshman from Phoenixville, PA. Solid performance and a lineup loaded with veterans. So now we move back to Nebraska. Asia Hall, career high 9.9, season high 9.825. Last week, a 9.675.
Another look here at Sarah's dismount. Great handstand. And gearing up for the dismount. Massive height. Beautiful execution in the toes. Straight legs all the way down to those toes. Lovely job.
There's Asia Hall, as you heard her numbers, and looking at the two scores already in.
Asia's a very elegant gymnast. She makes a vault elegant, which is incredibly difficult to do, combining power and grace. Oh, just that step forward. Beautiful work in the air, as I mentioned. Just such a graceful Yurchenko vault. She was really trying to hold on, grasping the mat with her toes to get the stick. See that pre-flight here, leg separation there, so the judges are looking for your legs to be together as you enter the horse, and notice that pike down at the end, which resulted in that step forward for her. Looked just slightly under-rotated, unfortunately, but that step is about a 10th, so they will take deductions for that vault.
As we move over to Sierra Kondo, I do want to go back to Asia Hall. It felt like she was truly using her core to try to keep a stuck landing there.
She was, and that's the type of work you want to see from your athletes. And again, we're only in January. It's a long season. There's still 10 plus weeks to go, and so seeing that fight is really important and nice to see from a coaching staff.
Kondo, 9.95, season and career high set last week. Maryland as a team, 14th in the nation. Olivia Karras on the bars.
They pride themselves on this event. Difficult routines, done well. And clearly that's paying off for Sierra Kondo with that program record tying 9.95 last weekend in their home opener. Good first handstand. Nice way to set the rhythm for the routine. Massive Jaeger, directly connected to an overshoot. She hit that 45 degrees, which is all that is needed when in connection. Great final handstand. Let's see if she can build off of this momentum with a stuck landing. That was pretty much a carbon copy of what she did last week at home that earned her the 9.95. Lovely height there. And good job working through that connection. She looked a little bit close to the bar and worked well. I did see the smallest scooch back. I did. I'm being should be. I did see a small scooch
Just
back.
a toe, though.
Very, very, very small, but well done by Sierra, continuing off of last week's momentum.
So the score for Hall is Whitney Jenks, career high 9.8, season high 9.8.
Another full twisting Yurchenko from Whitney. This starts from a 9.95. Well done. I saw her do that in the warm-up, completely nail the vault. And we mentioned her in the open because Whitney Jenks has truly just been outstanding. Good height off the table. She does pike down a little bit at the end, so a little more height off the table would give her the ability to not have to pike down to find the landing. But a 0 deduction landing there for the super sophomore.
Well done. As we move back over to Brett Nelligan, speaking with Haley Merchant. Her career high is a 9.875, season high 9.8. Last week a 9.55. But you like this routine, and I know the coach likes this routine.
I really like this routine. One of the best in the country is how Brett Nelligan described it. That's quite high praise when you're looking at a bars routine. But last week had a little bit of trouble on her big ray to shoot over combination. It ends with a massive dismount. So if she can put this routine together, it could be huge for the Terps, building off of the two last routines from Sarah and Sierra. A little rushed on that first handstand. Let's see if she can regain her momentum. Well done on that connection. Again, I mentioned she had some trouble with that last week, but good work this week. Short on the handstand, but check this out. Full twisting double layout and just under rotated. It looked like she let go of the bar a little bit early. Didn't get her toes all the way up, which is what helps with that rotation. But good work on that release move. As I mentioned last week, just some trouble, but nice to see her rebound this week. And I just saw that again, let go a little early, which resulted in the under rotation. Will be a significant deduction, but an incredibly impressive routine by Haley Merchant.
So we go back to Isabel Sykot. You see Jenks in with a 9.8, the best score so far. 9.875 career high, 9.825 season high for Isabel.
Another full twisting Yurchenko from the Huskers. Hop backward on the landing, but Isabel Sykot has incredible amplitude on that vault. Great distance from the table, good height. Nice view here from our crew. You see that pre-flight leg separation, a little soft knees, so the judges will be looking for that. An excellent position with her chest on the landing. That hop backward will result in over rotation and the hop deduction, but well done. If she can stick that and find that middle ground landing, that's big for them.
Huge. Still awaiting. Nope, the score is in for Merchant. 9.675 is now we see the grad student Alexa Rothenbuscher. 9.775 career and season high, set in her 5th season, which to me is amazing.
So impressive, especially just taking a 5th year is so impressive. I couldn't even fathom doing that, so I'm incredibly impressed when athletes have the opportunity and take them.
Calling Brett Nelligan her second dad and really helping her when she came into Maryland, dealing with some issues and really grounded her. I thought that was special when she brought that up.
It's always nice to hear when student athletes talk about their experience, and Alexa had only positive things to say about her experience at Maryland. Oh no. Just far away from the bar. I could see that right off the bat when she was going over. See there, she just piked early, let go. You could tell she's a little far back from the bar, which resulted in just not being able to get her hands all the way over the apparatus to catch safely. Looks like she's okay and chalking up to finish the routine, but this is most certainly the score the Terps are going to want to drop.
30 seconds allowed for Alexa to get back on the bars.
Reminder, there's 6 athletes that compete on each apparatus. 5 scores count. So, as I mentioned, they will want to drop this score, which means the final competitor will need to hit a big routine, but that's part of gymnastics, part of being on a team.
Rhea LeBlanc following Alexa up. We'll see what Alexa can do to close it out.
Going for that release move again, grabs it this time, but is a little bit close to the bar, so wasn't able to connect directly to that shoot over release move. So some trouble here for Alexa.
So what the judges are looking for on bars, Olivia?
It's all about those handstands. You've heard me talk about it a little bit already today. Hitting that handstand perfectly perpendicular to the bar, the release moves, big amplitude execution on those, and that stuck dismount, which we've seen a couple so far today. Under-rotated there on that dismount, which is not a surprise given she practically did 2 routines, having to go through and repeat that release move. But as a veteran, I have no doubt that she will come back on the other 3 events and remove bars from her mind.
Another 5th year, Emma Spence, 9.95 career high, 9.8 season high. That's what she had last week.
Here's our first look at a 10.0 start value vault. A Yurchenko 1.5 landing away from the table. Nice job from Emma Spence. She is so cat-like on those landings. She just knows where she is in the air. See some soft knees in the execution of the vault. So again, it's not just about the landing. The judges are looking for everything from here, the pre-flight, and you see those knees a little bit soft. But good work on minimizing the deduction and taking the risk of that extra half twist.
Spence from Canada. And then the anchor for Brett Nelligan on the bars will be Rhea LeBlanc with a 9.925 career high, 9.85 season high. That was her score last week.
Rhea is the perfect person to have in this position coming after a fall. Incredibly consistent competitor for Maryland. See that deep breath she takes as she's talking to Coach Nelligan. It's so important to remind yourself to breathe. I find that frequently when you get in the moment of a competition, there's so much happening that you just need to pause to remind yourself to take a breath.
Rhea LeBlanc set to go on the bars for the Maryland Terrapins. Alexa with an 8.1, so they'll be looking to drop Rothenbush's score for sure.
Good first handstand going into the release move. Nice Jaeger. Short on that second handstand. She's definitely being conservative given the fall. Good job there, a little more patient on the handstand. Just the dismount here, a double layout, 2-step landing. As I said, the perfect person to come after a fall and bring the Terps back. Well done to Rhea LeBlanc.
Extremely well done.
Excellent height and distance from bars. Holds that position there. And shows the judges that she did not move those feet.
See Brett Nelligan. They're coming off a record-breaking crowd at home, but they also knew that at Devaney gets loud, so they were pumping music, pumping Big Red. He said they could barely hear themselves think, getting ready for this one, as we have on exhibition for Nebraska, Allie Gard.
This exhibition spot is incredibly important as athletes are gaining experience on each apparatus. So while it doesn't count toward the team total, it's great to see these athletes have the opportunity to show that they can compete in a competitive setting and be counted on to go into the lineup. Good job by Allie. A different vault than we've seen so far in this competition. A half on to a front tuck. Different entry here that whatever entry you do, it doesn't matter as long as it's a competitive vault. A little tucked early there on the pre-flight. And a step backward and to the side, which indicates a little bit of a direction error, but a great and viable vault for the Huskers.
See the team scores for Nebraska on the vault, led by Spence, the 5th year with a 9.825. Lindsay Batchelor with a 9.9 career high. She'll be exhibition for Maryland.
Coach Nelligan says that this is the best place Lindsay has been in her 4 years as a Terp, coming back from shoulder surgery last year and competing at the collegiate level is just so impressive. Good job so far. A little bit of leg separation on the bail handstand transition to the low bar, but nothing major. Shy of the perfect handstand position. And just the step on the dismount, looks like she reacted a little quickly and wasn't able to settle into the landing for the perfect stick. But love seeing her out there on the in a competitive setting, coming back from an injury. Well done.
Big Ten women's gymnastics on the Big Ten Network. Rotation number 1 underway for Nebraska. In front of the home crowd, Emma Spence with a 9.825, and Sierra Kondo for Maryland with a 9.875.